Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this presentation of this new project that we have here in Órgiva for an international Muslim school for our children. We have all ideas of how we would like our children to be educated, and our aspiration has a lot to do with their nature, their fitra. We look at them and we see in this image bright-eyed, smiley, innocent, clean hearts, and we all know what the current situation in the world is, and this onslaught against tradition and against families. And this is what we're looking for, and we would like to continue thinking of our children like this as they grow up and become adults and contributing members of society. But a'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. The people that are supposed to be in charge for our the education of our children don't seem to have the same idea. Let me show you a handwritten letter from a Muslim girl who turned 12 and started going to high school here in Spain. I'm going to translate this for you. It says, why are the words gay and lesbian used as an insult? There are still many people who are prejudiced and ignorant about sexual orientation. But every time a person criticizes something or someone, they are actually speaking about themselves. The positive thing is to have a flexible mind and to be open to different options. How do two girls have sex and two boys? We tend to think that the most important thing is the penetration of the penis into the vagina, but nothing could be further from the truth. Any person can enjoy kissing, caressing, or stimulation with the mouth of any area of the body, and two people with penises can practice anal penetration. So I'm sorry to have spelled out all these words in this terrible situation for you, but you have to realize that this is the actual situation that our children are facing. This is an 11, 12-year-old Muslim educated girl who actually writes this. And we are having these, this was in the States, but it's happening in Spain also, and I'm sure in other countries in Europe. Drag queen shows for children, for toddlers, for infants. And they're actually exercising and demanding their rights to be able to be showing themselves to children. And I see here what's really most stressing for me is that the mothers seem to be really enjoying this. So this is what our children can be, or actually will be, subjected to as they grow and they go into the, let's say, mainstream school system. So we're enjoined, تكون منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون المعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. That there be a group among you who call others to goodness, encourage what is good, and forbid what is evil, and it is they who will be successful. رأى منكم منكرا فليغيره بيده فإن لم يستطع فبلسانه فإن لم يستطع فبقلبه فذلك أضعف الإيمان. So whosoever of you sees an evil, let him change it with his hand, and if he's not able to do so, then with his tongue, and if he's not able to do so, then with his heart, and that is the weakest of faith. I bring here this quote of the Holy Quran and of this hadith of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to see that it's not only personal preference that we are enjoined by the Quran and by our Prophet, peace and blessings be with him, to actually go against what we consider is wrong, at least that we don't conform with it. So what is more important than our children's education? What is more important that we can actually provide for them so they can become people, grown-ups that would participate and contribute to society. So what can we do? So first of all, we need to strive that being Muslim, for us, mostly converts, reverts, is not that we dress a particular way or that we pray at certain hours. Rather that we try to transmit an Islamic Muslim way of understanding the world, worldview, and then we embody certain values. Values such as respect for elders, hard work, modesty, fulfilling our promises and obligations, understanding the value of relationships, of family, neighbors, etc., valuing the sunnah of our way. And that's why we're looking to put together a school where all these values can be transmitted by, not just by the curriculum, by the teacher's behavior and adab, by the types of activities offered, by the content of the subjects taught, of course, and by the relationship established among the students, the parents, and the community. And may I say also by the relationship between all the subjects. So this idea of teaching subjects as compartmentalized areas of life as if they had nothing to do, well, they all have something to do with our worldview. And make sure that we don't let the secular ideology slip into anything that we're teaching. So a school for our children that, besides trying to embody the best that Islam can offer, we can be in a small way exemplars for our children, and that we encourage others around us to strive in that direction. So we have the intention of starting a school for our young ones. So our vision for it right now is as an international educational project open to people from other countries, not only Spain, of course. And our idea is the language for the school, classes, etc., would be English. So it'll be taught in English, and that it'll be connected and possibly associated with similar schools in other countries. We're already working on that. And I didn't translate this, but it would be financed not mainly by the student tuition, but a project that could have some sort of scholarships, so people who don't have the same purchasing power can still access this educational project. So this way we can try to give them a chance, because no matter how much we keep them in a bubble here, of course, it will eventually, they will need to go out into the world and face this, let's say, this barrage of attacks against traditional learning, traditional ways of living. So the current status of the project, which we have already done, is research the most favorable legal structure for the project, for the school, and explore different curricula for the school, and drafted an initial vision and mission for the project. And we have corresponded at length with the Spanish administration and also with certification bodies and other schools, other Muslim schools in other countries. And we've looked for some location for the premises of the school, and we've created a budget for all the work that needs to be done. And well, there we go. And we've obtained blessings from Sheikh Umar and Sheikh Mehmed, and we're trying to get this project well known by other people of high caliber in a Muslim environment. So we have their blessings and their support, inshallah. So our next steps for this project are that we have already decided. This is is a re-recording of a presentation we did about a month ago now, and we've already started the certification with CISNA and MSA, which are bodies that certify Muslim schools and Islamic schools, and or American schools. Now we're beginning the search for funding, and it is very important that we access people who would like to have to participate in this independently of whether they have children or not, because this is a project that I think is going to be beneficial for all of our ummah, all of our community. And we will start inshallah, our aim is to start a pilot project in September 2024. That's only 3 months ago, 3 months from now, with a few children, probably 2 age brackets, 5, 6, or 7, 8. We'll see. It depends on how people are already. We have some people signed up already. Some children, I think 4 or 5. And we will, our next goal is to apply for with the Spanish authorities by January 2025. Okay, by then we need to have premises located and have a plan for refurbishing them and making them acceptable for the Spanish authorities. And at the same time, we will be taking all this school year 24-25 to finalize, inshallah, the certification with CISNA and MSA, which will allow us to become a legally authorized school in Spain that does not have to follow the Spanish curriculum. Or at the same time, Sister Nadia and Sister Bahia are being trained and retrained because they're already being trained in different curriculums, and we're speaking with people all over the world who are doing similar efforts to bring knowledge to Muslim students in a more traditional way. So this is work that's already started. And our aim, inshallah ta'ala, is to begin our first official year by September 2025. That's really not very far away. So we really need help in financing, and we're already developing a team that will be participating in both in like marketing, sales, of course, all the technical aspects, websites, and keeping social media going. And we have access to sisters and brothers who are versed in the legal aspects. So we're really leaning on our community here for this. So this is a little bit of a timeline that we have in mind right now. We have today's presentation is not it's not in the beginning of June, but in the beginning of July right now in this version. Oops, sorry. We go back. So we start the certification. We will now start looking for funding, and we need to select temporary premises between now and September, of course, and invite families to register for the pilot project, which you could do already. Already people are signing up. And we immediately need to be looking for the definitive premises. We'll see if we need to rent something or purchase something and refurbish it. So that would mean that the association will have a measure of wealth where we can perhaps be in a better situation later on to be helping people. And of course, this can also be a source for work for our community here, our brothers and sisters, and also a place for additional extracurriculum courses for summertime or holidays, etc., where we can keep furthering the, let's say, Muslim Islamic traditional agenda. So you see, we will start the process with Spanish authorities by January 2025. And inshallah, we'll get our CISNA visit to confirm that we have applied all the recommendations and that we're actually doing the work as they expect. And we would like to be certified by the beginning, by September 2025, so we can start our first official year, inshallah. Okay, so this is the slide that kept wanting to come up. So how can you help? So if you would like to help in this project, this is the basic ways right now is to give in sadaqah jariyah. This is the kind of the project that you can help a lot, and that will keep, inshallah, reverting to you here in the akhirah, because people will keep benefiting from it. Also, if you can help us contact funders, people who can fund us, patrons, etc., it'd be great, because this is now the most important aspect right now. Letting as many people know about this project as you can. And of course, if you're so inclined to volunteer time and skills to help with the myriad of things that need to be done. Like I said, we already have a little team of people doing things, but as we grow, inshallah, we will need a lot more people to help this going before we can actually start to hire people. Okay, this is basically it. One thing I would like to add to this, let me pause for a second, is we already have, I'm going to be changing here, sorry. We already have a little, mm, a brief curriculum of the that we would like to share. 1 second. And that we're sharing with families that are interested in joining and bringing their children here. So if you're interested, just let us know. We send this document to you, a general curriculum, what sort of things we're going to be teaching, and the pedagogy we're going to be following, how we're going to be teaching, and how we really want to follow, always emphasize the perspective of Tawhid, and respect the child's fitra and their needs, and how we to learn how we learn as children, and to follow this. And well, we're saying here that we have mind work and heart work and body work, very important. And we have some information for registration for this initial phase, which will start, inshallah, September 2024, written here. Okay. So this document is also available. And for now, this is all. We have secure, like I said, the blessings of some very important people for us, but we now need mostly the help of as many people, either to fund this, to help spread the project, information about the project, and to, of course, let it, make sure that as many people know as possible that we are starting this project, both if you want to bring your children, or if you want to participate in help, or if you want to make sure that other people know, and it'll be really, really helpful. So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for us, and inshallah we will receive a good result in our efforts, and that would be the best show that we're on the right path, inshallah. Fatiha. Thank you very much.